ever get that feeling.
Yeah.
Like you're just drowning in information. I swear, between work and the news and like all the books I want to read, it feels like a constant
Oh,
battle
yeah.
against information overload. That's why I'm really fascinated by this platform that we're diving into today.
Okay.
It's called LiveAware,
Interesting.
and they're trying to be like your guide, not just through information, but
Mm.
through like your whole journey of personal growth, right? So we're
Mhm.
talking an app and retreats and even like a whole marketplace
Yeah.
of wellness products,
Hmm.
all designed to help you kind of unlock your potential.
It really is a whole ecosystem, isn't it? And I think what's really interesting to me is the way they blend ancient wisdom with modern technology. It's not
Yeah.
just buzzwords, you know? They're using these timeless concepts about self-discovery and purpose,
Yeah.
but they're giving you the tools to actually apply them to your life.
Exactly. And I'll be honest, I'm always a little skeptical of these all-in-one platforms.
Sure.
But LiveAware feels different somehow, like something you as our listener might actually connect with because you're already on this path of learning and exploring.
Absolutely.
You're always eager to dive deeper.
Yeah, and I think, the core of their whole system is this app.
Okay.
Think of it as your own personal guide through this whole process of self-discovery and transformation.
Okay, so let's break it down.
Sure.
They start with this section called Self-Discovery and Clarity, which I just love.
Yeah.
And there's this one feature that immediately caught my eye. It's called My Life Events, and it's basically a timeline.
Interesting.
You get to map out all the big moments, the turning points in your life, and the app actually helps you to spot patterns.
Wow.
It's like connecting the dots of your own story.
Yeah, we often get so caught up in the day-to-day that we don't see the bigger picture, right? I
Right.
think this feature forces you to step back and see those moments of growth and those challenges that shaped you.
Hmm.
And you might uncover some things about yourself that you didn't even realize were there.
Absolutely. Now, one thing I've always struggled with is like identifying and overcoming those limiting beliefs we all have.
Oh, for sure.
The I'm not good enough or I'll never be able to kind of thoughts.
Right.
LiveAware actually addresses this head on with this beliefs exploration feature.
That's really where the transformation begins, right? Because it's one thing to set goals,
Mm-hmm.
but if you're carrying all this baggage in your mind,
Yeah.
it's going to be so much harder to achieve them.
Right.
And I love how LiveAware actually gives you a structured way to examine those beliefs,
Yeah.
question them, and then choose to replace them with something more empowering.
So you're starting to understand yourself better. You're uncovering those hidden patterns and beliefs.
Right.
But then what? How do you actually connect all of this to a sense of purpose?
Well, that's where LiveAware gets really interesting. They introduce this concept of ikigai, which you may be familiar with.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
It's a Japanese philosophy about finding that sweet spot, where your passion, your skills, what the world needs, and what you can get paid for all intersect.
I see.
And the app actually helps you figure out what yours is.
Okay, but can an app really help you find your purpose?
Yeah.
I mean, that just seems so personal, almost spiritual.
It is personal. I
Yeah.
mean, I think it's good to be realistic about these tools.
Yeah.
But what I like is how LiveAware breaks down this big abstract concept into actionable steps.
Okay.
It helps you to identify your values, your strengths, and your passions.
Right.
And then you can start to see how you can align those with your life and your work.
So it's like they're giving you a framework,
Yeah.
a roadmap to navigate this very personal journey.
It is.
But you still have to do the work.
Oh, absolutely.
You have to explore, experiment, be open to the possibilities.
For sure. And then to take it even a step further, they have this tool called Philosophy Builder.
What?
Imagine actually crafting your own personal philosophy, set of values and principles that guide your decisions and actions.
Wow. So instead of adopting someone else's philosophy, you're creating your own.
Exactly. And what's cool is they actually break down the process for you. They encourage you to reflect on your experiences, to figure out what values are important to you, and then to articulate those into a clear statement.
So it's like you're building your own personal compass to navigate life's choices.
Exactly.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Right.
But having a philosophy is one thing. Actually living by it,
Yeah.
that's a whole other challenge.
It is. And LiveAware knows that
Right.
they don't just give you a philosophy and say good luck.
Right.
They actually provide tools to help you integrate it into your life. And that's where their vision and growth section comes in.
Okay, so you've gained self-awareness. You're starting to define your purpose.
Right.
Now it's time to create a vision for the future.
Exactly. And they use this combination of familiar and innovative approaches.
Okay.
Like you've probably heard of the Wheel of Life, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That visual representation of different areas of your life,
Yeah.
you assess how satisfied you are in each area.
It's a snapshot of where you're feeling balanced or out of whack and where you might want to focus your energy.
Exactly. And then they layer on things like OKRs and SMART goals.
Okay.
But the key here is that they're not just isolated tactics. They're integrated into this bigger vision.
Yeah.
And it's all guided by this philosophy that you've just defined.
So it's not just checking boxes. It's about aligning your actions with your values
Exactly.
and creating a life that actually feels meaningful.
That's the whole point.
And, one thing I hear a lot is that people struggle to stick to their goals.
Oh, definitely.
They set them with the best intentions.
Right.
But then life gets in the way, motivation dwindles, and they just fall back into old habits.
It happens all the time, so Live Aware addresses this with their focus on habits and routines.
Because ultimately, lasting change comes from those small, consistent actions. It's not about big, grand gestures. It's about building those daily habits that support the life you want to create.
Exactly. And Live Aware provides structure with customizable routines and even like expert design templates
Oh, wow.
if you need a starting point. And then to help you stay on track,
Yeah.
they actually have habit tracking tools built right in. It's like your own personal accountability buddy,
Right.
but without the judgment.
Yeah, I love that. Because sometimes we all just need a little nudge,
We
a
do.
little reminder to stay committed to ourselves and our goals.
Absolutely. And to go along with habit building, they also emphasize the importance of daily reflection.
Okay.
It's not enough to just go through the motions, right? You
Yeah.
have to stop and process what you're learning, how you're feeling, and how you can continue to grow.
Okay, so how does the app actually help with that? Because journaling can feel so overwhelming to me, like, where do we even start?
Well, they actually offer a few different approaches. One is their vibe check and emotions meter. Literally, you just take a minute to log how you're feeling throughout the day.
That's easy.
So simple.
Yeah.
But over time, you might start to see patterns.
Right.
You might realize, hey, I tend to be more anxious in the evenings,
Yeah.
or that certain activities really boost my mood.
It's like shining a light on those subtle emotional fluctuations.
Exactly. And for when your mind is racing and you just need to clear your head, they have a brain dump feature.
Oh, I need that.
It's basically a place to just let all those thoughts and worries spill out.
My brain is a constant stream of to-dos and random ideas.
Right.
Sometimes I just need to hit pause and get it all out.
Exactly. And once you've cleared the clutter, you can do some more focused reflection with their one thing journaling prompts.
Okay.
They guide you through thinking about specific areas of your life,
Okay.
and they help you to uncover deeper insights.
So they give you the structure and the flexibility to make reflection a regular part of your routine.
That's the goal.
I love that.
What's amazing to me is how they've managed to fit all of this into one app
Right.
without it feeling overwhelming.
Yeah.
They have this intuitive, engaging interface that guides you through the process step by step.
It feels like a well-thought-out journey, not just a random collection of features.
Right, but remember, we said Live Aware is more than just an app, right? This is just the foundation.
Right.
They go a step further by actually addressing mental well-being and emotional stability.
Okay, and it's not just like surface-level self-care. Right?
Yeah.
They're giving you tools to manage anxiety,
Yes.
to make better decisions,
Yeah.
and to build resilience.
Absolutely.
And they have this managing reactions tool
Mm-hmm.
that teaches you how to reframe negative thought patterns.
Instead of getting swept away by those automatic thoughts,
Right.
you learn to pause, challenge them, and choose a more empowering perspective.
So it's not just about feeling good. It's about equipping yourself with the tools to actually navigate the
Yeah.
complexities of life.
Absolutely. And here's another key point about the app. It's not static. It's designed to adapt as you grow.
I like that.
They have self-coaching prompts that help you dig deeper, even after you've done those initial modules.
So it's like having a personal growth coach in your pocket,
Exactly.
always there to challenge you,
Right.
to push you to that next level.
And they have adaptive content, which means it's constantly being updated and tailored to your needs.
Oh, wow.
It's not one size fits all.
Yeah.
It's constantly evolving and responding to you.
I love that.
And then they have a video library full of expert-led content
Okay.
on meditation, wellness, and personal mastery. It's like a bonus treasure trove of resources.
Okay, so the app itself is pretty comprehensive.
It is.
But remember, we said this was a whole ecosystem.
We did.
Right, so let's talk about what they offer beyond the digital world.
Right, so they have a whole wellness commerce aspect with,
Right.
with curated retreats and bucket list experiences.
Now we're talking. like yoga in the Himalayas, digital detox in a rainforest, those kinds of transformative experiences.
Exactly. And they're not just throwing any old retreat together, they're carefully curating these experiences.
Okay.
They're partnering with reputable providers and focusing on unique destinations.
Because let's face it, planning a retreat can be overwhelming.
It can.
Knowing that LeaveAware has vetted these experiences
Yeah,
takes a lot of the guesswork out of it.
it does. And for the adventure seekers, they have bucket list experiences like trekking through Patagonia or going on a spiritual pilgrimage.
Those are the experiences that push you outside your comfort zone
They are.
and create lasting memories.
Yeah, and to bring a little wellness into your everyday life, they have this curated selection of products.
Okay, so what kind of products?
Everything from herbal teas and organic snacks to mindfulness kits and eco-friendly lifestyle goods.
So it's all about supporting a more conscious and fulfilling life.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then to complete the ecosystem, they offer expert guidance in various areas of life,
Like what?
like career, finances, relationships, health, mindfulness, you name it.
Wow.
They have an expert for it.
So it's like a personalized support system,
It is.
ready to guide you whenever you need it.
It's a really holistic approach to personal growth,
Yeah.
blending technology, ancient wisdom, and human connection.
I got to say, I'm really impressed with everything LiveAware is offering.
Me too.
It's clear they've put a lot of thought into this,
Yeah.
and it feels like a powerful tool for anyone who is serious about personal growth.
What I really like is how they're blending ancient wisdom, like the concept of ikigai, with modern technology
Right?
to create something really unique.
Yeah.
They recognize that everyone's journey is different,
Mm-hmm.
and they're giving you a framework that you can tailor to your own needs and goals.
It's all about empowering you, the listener, to take control of your well-being
Absolutely.
and to create a life that's truly aligned with your values and your aspirations.
That's something we can all get behind. So welcome back to our deep dive into Live Aware.
Yeah, we've seen how this platform really wants to be your, like, personal growth companion,
Right.
guiding you through all this stuff. Self-discovery, finding your purpose, building those habits.
Mm-hmm.
But let's step back for a second and, like, look at the bigger picture.
Okay.
Does this approach actually work?
Mm-hmm.
And are there any downsides we need to think about?
Right, because it all sounds great in theory,
Yeah.
but I'm always a little wary of relying too much on technology
Yeah.
for something as personal and nuanced as personal growth, you know? Can an app really replace that human connection?
Yeah, like a therapist or a coach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important to see LiveAware as a tool,
Okay.
not a magic bullet, right?
Yeah.
It can definitely give you structure, guidance, and support,
Mm.
but ultimately, the real work of personal growth, that happens within you. It's like having a personal trainer at the gym.
Yeah, okay.
They can show you the exercises,
Yeah, right.
create a plan, motivate you,
Right.
but you still got to put in the effort.
Yeah, you have to do the work.
You do?
So it's about using the app as a springboard.
Yeah, like a catalyst
Yeah.
for deeper exploration and connection.
Right. So the app can spark insights. It can help you identify those areas you need to work on,
Yeah.
provide some tools, techniques to try out,
Mm-hmm.
but it's up to you to actually apply them,
Absolutely.
right? To do the inner work, to reach out for that human connection when you need it.
Exactly. You might use the app to explore your values,
Yeah.
but then have a conversation with a close friend about what those values mean to you.
Right.
Or maybe you use the habit tracking feature to build a meditation practice,
Mhm.
and then you join a local meditation group to connect with others.
Yeah, it's about finding that balance
Right.
between the digital and the human,
Sure.
using technology to enhance our growth,
Mm.
not to replace those essential human connections.
Absolutely. And you know, one thing LiveAware might be really good for is that structure and accountability that a lot of people need.
Oh, for sure.
You know, having a clear roadmap, tracking your progress, getting personalized feedback, that can be really motivating.
Yeah.
I know for me, I thrive on structure.
Okay.
So having a platform like this would probably really help me
Okay.
to stay on track with my goals.
I hear you. I'm the same way. I love having a plan
Right.
and actually seeing my progress visually.
Yeah.
But I do wonder about information overload.
Oh, yeah.
They have so much content, so many features.
It's a lot.
It could be overwhelming,
Yeah.
especially for someone who's just starting out on their personal growth journey.
It's like going to a buffet with a million dishes.
Mhm.
You end up feeling stuffed and you haven't really enjoyed anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it's important to approach Live Aware with intention,
Okay.
Don't try to do everything at once.
Right.
Maybe just pick one area you want to focus on,
Okay.
like stress management
Mhm.
or better communication.
Choose a starting point,
Yeah,
right? Personal growth, it's a marathon,
exactly.
not a sprint.
And you mentioned earlier that you were interested in the habit tracking feature.
Yeah.
Do you think that could be helpful, motivating people to make lasting changes?
I do. I mean, I personally struggle with sticking to habits.
I think a lot of people do.
So I'm always looking for new strategies.
Yeah.
And what I like about LiveAware's approach is that they combine structure with flexibility.
Okay.
You can use their templates
Mm-hmm.
or create your own routines.
And the tracking aspect is really important, right? It keeps you accountable.
Right.
You see those small wins along the way.
Yeah, that visual feedback can be so motivating.
It really can. But of course, no app is perfect.
Right.
What are some downsides or limitations you see with this approach?
Well, one thing that comes to mind is, like, the reliance on self-reported data.
Okay.
The app's insights are only as good as the information you're putting in.
Right.
So if you're not being honest with yourself, or if you're not even fully aware of your own patterns, the insights might not be that helpful.
It's like going to the doctor and not being totally honest about your symptoms.
Right.
You're not going to get the best treatment.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got to approach the app with a willingness to be honest with yourself and a real commitment to self-reflection.
And, even with the best intentions, life happens, right?
It does.
We fall off track. We have setbacks.
For sure.
I wonder how well the app adapts to that.
Oh, interesting.
Does it offer support and encouragement when you're feeling discouraged?
Mm-hmm.
Or does it just send you another notification like, hey, you haven't logged your meditation today?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I think it highlights the limitations of relying only on technology for support.
Mm-hmm.
A human can offer that empathy and understanding that an app just can't.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's about finding that balance.
Right.
Use the app for the things it's good at,
Mhm.
like the structure and the tracking.
Yeah.
But also know when you need to reach out for human connection
Yeah.
and support. And it's important to remember that technology changes all the time.
Oh, constantly.
What works today might not work tomorrow.
Right.
So it's good to stay informed.
Yeah.
Be open to new approaches.
Mhm.
Don't get too stuck on any one thing.
Yeah. Personal growth, it's a journey
It is.
of continuous learning and exploration.
Speaking of exploration, we've talked a lot about the app,
Yeah.
but LiveAware also has those curated retreats and bucket list experiences.
Oh, right.
What are your thoughts on those?
I mean, they sound amazing. Spending a week in this breathtaking location, disconnecting from the digital world,
Mm-hmm.
immersing yourself in practices that nourish your mind, body, and soul.
Right.
I'm really drawn to the idea of a digital detox retreat.
Me too. I think we're so connected to our devices these days.
We are.
It's hard to unplug and be present.
Yeah.
That kind of retreat could be a great way to reset
Mhm.
and reconnect with yourself.
Totally. And what about the bucket list experiences?
Yeah, is there one that really calls to you?
Oh, there's so many. But I think trekking through the Himalayas would be incredible.
Wow, yeah.
It's the kind of adventure that would challenge me physically and mentally.
Right.
And the scenery, oh my gosh, it would be more than just a vacation.
Yeah.
It would be like a transformative experience.
And I think that's really what LiveAware is trying to offer, a
Mhm.
path to transformation,
Man.
whether it's through the app, the
Right.
retreats, or the expert guidance.
They're giving you the tools and resources to create a life that's not just successful, but meaningful, fulfilling, and aligned with your values.
Exactly. It's a powerful message.
It is.
But can they actually pull it off?
Yeah,
I mean, the wellness market is crowded.
it is.
There's a lot of competition.
Right. So what do you think? Do they have what it takes to stand out and succeed?
I think they have a lot going for them. They're in a growing market.
Mhm.
They have a diverse revenue model.
Right.
And they're offering something unique and compelling.
Okay.
But success is never guaranteed.
All right. Going to take a lot of things going right.
So, like, what are some of the key things they need to get right to really thrive?
Well, I think first and foremost, the user experience has to be amazing.
Right.
The app has to be easy to use, engaging,
Yeah.
and provide real value to users.
Right. It can't just be a bunch of random features thrown together.
Exactly. It has to feel like a cohesive, personalized journey.
And they have to deliver on their promises.
They do.
Right. If
Yeah.
they're saying they offer personalized insights and transformative experiences,
Yeah,
they got to back that up.
absolutely. Trust and credibility are essential.
Yeah.
They need a reputation for quality,
Mm-hmm.
integrity, and authenticity.
and they need to stay ahead of the curve, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Tech moves so fast.
Yeah.
What's cutting edge today is old news tomorrow.
Exactly. They need to constantly innovate,
Yeah.
evolve, anticipate what users need,
hmm
and always be improving what they offer.
And of course, marketing and community building are key.
Oh, for sure. They got to reach their target audience,
Yeah,
create a sense of belonging.
right. Like a tribe of like-minded people
Yeah.
committed to living a more conscious and fulfilling life.
And it's got to be a multi-channel experience,
It does.
right? It's not just about selling a product.
hmm
It's about building a community,
Yeah,
fostering dialogue,
right.
becoming a
Mm.
trusted resource in the personal growth space.
Absolutely. And I think they need to use storytelling.
Oh, for sure.
Share user success stories, highlight the impact of their retreats, showcase the expertise of their guidance providers.
Because stories connect us, they inspire us, they make us believe that change is possible.
They do.
Well, we've covered a lot in this deep dive into LiveAware.
We have.
We've gone from the app's features
hmm
to their business model, to their vision for a better world.
It's fascinating.
It is. It's a really interesting case study
Yeah.
of how technology and ancient wisdom can work together to create a really powerful platform for personal growth and, even global impact.
It gives us a lot to think about.
It does. And we want to hear your thoughts too, dear listener.
Yeah.
What are your biggest takeaways from this deep dive? What parts of LiveAware really resonate with you? And how do you see platforms like this shaping the future of personal growth and well-being?
Big questions.
Connect with us on social media at The Deep Dive Pod and share your thoughts.
We'd love to hear from you.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep growing, and keep diving deep.